Hello viewers of this video and welcome back to the Redstone Innovation channel. Today I am happy to show you a blank wall, which can only mean doors, but this door is rather special. You see, it is completely seamless too. So it's a 3x2 hidden seamless piston door. We've been working on this project not too long, but I would have to say it's one of my favorites. So there it is. And this is the tutorial on the video. This is the video on the tutorial on how to build this incredible door, if I do say so myself. Now, before we start with the tutorial, I'd like to speak for a moment about servers. So right now I'm on the mcaddictgallery.info server. There's a lot of nice people here, and as you can see here, we've got a plot going here, some stuff built above, and I'm usually on about every day or so. And you can say hi to me. My username is CSmyers. And by the way, this is just Banana Lord's take on it. His YouTube channel is I am Mr. Hello, how are you? His channel will be in the description. And he has a slightly different take on it. It ends up being a little bit bigger. But the point of this video is to show you this one. So let's go. So if you're one of the few awesome people that downloaded the world save for the portcullis, you would be seeing this stuff. And so yeah, the world save for this will be in the description. This is what we're building. So the pink circuit down here is to cover up this block here. To cover up this piston here with this block, and then you have a double extender to retract this block down to here, where this piston head is, and then this block down to here, which will uncover it so it can do its work, and then it'll push this block up here, and then this block here, which will give you the seamless effect, bit like that. So you can see how that works. Now the blue circuit is a slightly modified version of Pear Squirrel's 2x2 hidden seamless door. I believe he calls it the ultra hidden door. I took it and I compacted it by a block, so it doesn't extend past the end here, which makes it a bit more compact. If you want to see a tutorial on how to build this, go to his channel. It'll be right there. And finally, big props to ETA Gamer, who originally thought of this method of making a 3x2 hidden seamless piston door. I'm not really sure where he went. He stopped contacting us after he visited my server once. Oh, and by the way, my server is not public, okay? So this one guy, XX Gaming LT, or something like that, I got home from school and I saw that this guy tried to log in, and no, my server is not public, okay? It's whitelist only. Do not ask to be whitelisted. Might whitelist you if you seem to be a nice guy and you have shown support in the past, but I'm not sure why I would just immediately whitelist anybody and everybody. So if you want to talk to me, don't try to find the IP through one of my videos, because I'll probably be on the mcaddictgallery server too, usually on every day, as I said before. So this circuit does work rotated, like that. And I may note that you have the optional 3x2 door in the back here, which will make it completely seamless. So your hallway would be here. So if you didn't have this, you would be able to see this. So we added this back here to make it completely seamless. It's on a delay, so it opens after this front part has mostly finished. And let's get into the tutorial. I will note that the world save has some credit on the sign and some ways to open the door from both sides, but let's get to it. So, first circuit is the pink circuit, and the pink circuit is the double extenders to cover up the middle blocks, as I said before. And let's get going into that. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with where we want our doorway. So let's build it. So floating 3 off the ground, you can have 2 pistons like this. So 1, 2, 3 above the ground. And these will control these blocks here, which will be pushed here, and this will be your 3x2 doorway here. So I just put that 3 blocks of room so we can more easily look at the design. So this is how I'm building it. You can modify it, copy it in, schematic, whatever. But for now, I'm just building it quite a bit off the ground. So these pistons will be controlling these blocks. And the wiring for these is really simple. Just a 3x2 platform here. And 6 repeaters like so. All of them maxed out for timings. And then just link them together. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set up all the pistons that we need for this and the double extender. So you're going to, let me check. Yeah, like this. 2 pistons like this. So this piston will be adjacent to this second repeater, and then you can just do that. So on the second repeater there, and then you can give it its block floating 1 above this piston. That's pretty important. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to build one side, and then I'll complete the other side once I finish with that color circuit, which will make it hopefully a little bit more simple and a little bit faster since I'll be going through it twice. But here we go. So you set up these pistons here, and now let's actually set up the pistons for the top. So you saw here in the blue circuit, it's like this, and these pistons will be pulling back these here, and then this is triangulation, so we're just going to place 2 pistons here to take these blocks here, and then the same thing. Which will take those, and now we need to control hiding the pistons, and we're going to do that by actually placing them where they will be, which will make it a little bit simpler on me and you. So placing them where they will be, just place them here, and then your wall will be here. So that's how that works. Your wall will be here. They will be hidden one behind the wall. And these pistons are going to be situated as if they're going to be pushing these taker pistons here. I'm just going to... And now we're going to set up the double extender, excuse me, that we need to move these pistons here. So just 4 sticky pistons like so. And so that's that. Let's replicate the placing of the pistons on this side. I'm great at French. Yes, I am. So like that. And we can now start on the double extender. Show what we're going to do is control the double extension. And that's pretty simple. This is actually going to be the block that your floor wall will be made out of. Does that actually matter? I'm not sure. But this will do that, which will take the block from the middle there. And we're going to control this torch with redstone here, which will be powered as a dot by this repeater here. So this repeater will be powered from above like this, and then so you're going to have a redstone repeater redstone thing here, and above this redstone and to the side 2 blocks like that, which will be for this repeater, and then down below here, whoops, 2 repeaters like that. So these will both be powering the same redstone, and this will be a monostable circuit in the end. That will give it a unique pulse. Now we need to hook this up to another repeater here, and this repeater will have a block in front, like so. So these repeaters are both facing this way. This repeater with on just 1 delay will have a torch on top. Let's make it sunny. So we'll have a torch on top and a block on top of that torch, a block to the side of the torch, and then redstone here, here, here. So 3 like that, and blocks like that. So this redstone will be leading forward into a repeater on 4, and this redstone will be leading into this repeater here, powering this block, and then powering redstone here as a dot. And you may notice that this will retract too. So that's all good and dandy. And we actually need to control the delay on this bottom piston so that you're not left with this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a signal from this torch here, so it's going to lead down here, and then 1 tick delay, powering this redstone, powering this block, and then powering this repeater here. So it's going to go around a circle like that, total of 2 delay, and then that should be your double extender pretty much working. That's all you need, like that. And now we're going to control the taker piston because we need to take this block here. So on the side of this redstone, a piston there, and then a block on the side of this piston here, and then going into that block will be a repeater powered from this redstone here. So it's going to push up like that. And now what we're going to do is timings. So this should all work. Place a torch like that. So be sure to test that out. If it doesn't work, then make sure you got all this. Fairly simple really, but make sure it does that. And we're gonna do timers, and that's really important. So you're gonna have a repeater adjacent to this one and this one too, actually. Repeater on 4, which is going to be powering redstone down here. So it's going to power this block here, this block down here into this redstone. This redstone is going to be powering this block here. This block is going to be powering this repeater here, also on 4 ticks. And this will be powering a block in front and powering this block, so powering this repeater on 3. Quite a mouthful. And finally, on top of this block that this repeater is powering, repeater there, and that will be powering this block, powering this redstone, as well as those repeaters back there. That repeater and all the ones going around. So that will be your timer to control when that circuit goes on and off. And now finally, 2 torches like that, and that will be to lead the signal upwards. Now what we can do is simply replicate that whole thing on the other side. Oh boy, so 2 blocks like that, torch there, redstone leading down into the delay that will go into the bottom piston, like this, and this torch will be inverted by this redstone, powered as a dot by this repeater, powered by redstone here, then repeater, then redstone. Redstone will be powered by block on top, block to the side, and blocks there. So these will both be on 3, this will be on 1. Redstone like so. And hook these repeaters up to this repeater. the torch on top and a block on top of that torch. And this redstone leading forward will be powering this repeater on 4 ticks. This will be powering repeater, which will be powering a block, which will be powering redstone here as a dot. And that dot will be powering this here piston, and as well as this block here and a repeater. Let's see if we can get it. A repeater here. So like that. And now we do the timer circuit, which is repeater here. Be powering, okay, so this will be powering this redstone here, and then we can dig here, find this redstone, which will be powering this block, powering this repeater on 4. This repeater will be powering this block, powering this repeater on 3. And that's how your timer circuit works, and when you try it out, it should be in sync and it should be good. If it isn't, then please feel free to pause, as I say in every video. Feel free to pause and rewatch the tutorial, because I'm sure you'll have to. It's complicated. But once you got that, that should be in sync, and then pretty much as soon as this block is pulled here, these should extend, and then that's going to push up immediately, and then after a delay that's going to go down. Like that. So now we're going to hook up the double extender for this, the whole 2x2 on top of this part on the bottom. We're going to do that right now, and that's going to be blue. So 6 blocks like that, and 5 repeaters like that. So 2 repeaters going to this middle one, 2 repeaters going to the back one, and just 1 going into the front. This will have redstone here. All these back ones will be on 4. This back one will be on 2, going into the back pistons. This will be on 4. So if you know this double extender here, then you know what this is. It's basically the same thing with just these repeaters on 4 for timing purposes. And these repeaters here will be powered by this redstone, and this one, this going into the back one, will be right here. So it's just going to lead up like that. And now we need to control, let's actually take out these blocks for now. We need to control, because at this moment, if you just power this, because this is on the least delay, it's just going to power these, and we do not want that. We need these pistons here to push the blocks out to here. So what we're going to do is we're going to power the back pistons first. So power these ones first. I'm going to do that with a block on top of this top piston on the back on 2. This repeater will have a block on top, redstone down here, and powering this bottom piston as a bud switch, we're going to need some powered rail, like that. So that's going to activate these back ones on no delay, which will fix the whole pushing of these first. And then we're going to take a signal from here to power these, which will also help prevent these ones from pushing, because a piston cannot push a piston cannot push a pushed piston, an activated piston, I might say. So it's going to do that. And now when you try it, you're going to hook this up first. So this redstone will lead up over this repeater here, powering this block, and 3 repeaters like that. So this one block will be powering these 3 repeaters. This repeater here will be powering this block, which will be powering this repeater here. And now when you try it, it should work like that. And actually we can take a signal from this repeater, lead it over into a square, and then like that. And that's how it should work. If this doesn't work, then, well, rewatch the tutorial, as I say. So in total, this is 3 ticks. You're gonna need another 4 ticks going here. So you got your donut going into this one block here, this one repeater going into this block, and these as a delay. So this will be a timer, yet another timer. It'll be affecting this torch, and this piston here. Give it its block and try it out. That should pull it back before that activates, and then when it goes back, it's going to push back down. Like that. Now, all we have to do is hook up this blue circuit to the pink circuit. And we're going to do that with a block on top of this torch, and a block to the side, and a repeater here. So we'll be powering like this, and then around and all the way up. This will be on 4. So that the double extender has time to activate. And now when you try it, you should have one working side, except for this. This I will cover in a moment, but you should have something like this. And now to activate this piston here, because right now it's actually powered, so it's a bud switch, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't know. But it's really easy to fix. You just need to give this piston an update so that will actually be powered. And do that from a signal from this torch. Powering. Repeater here. And this repeater will give it an update even though it's not powering it. And now when you try it, it will work. Like that. There you go. So that's one side of it done, and one half of this side done. So if you bear with me for a moment, we're just going to replicate that on the other side. So 3x2 platform, 5 repeaters, back one's on 4, this one on 2, going into the back, 4 going into the middle, and this is going to be like that, and like that. So this redstone will be powering these repeaters, and now this redstone is going to lead up over this repeater on 4, powering this block, whoops, this block, and this time only 2 repeaters, so one here, one here. So because we already got this square powered, we don't need to power it again. So this repeater powering this block will be having a torch there. This will be repeater on 4, powered by a total of 3 ticks. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1 on 4 going to this torch. This torch will be powering this repeater here. Give it its block. And now this on 3 will be powering down here. With that redstone, this is a bud switch, powered rail. You can also substitute this for anything that gives it an update. So you can put a, let me think. You can put redstone lamps, you can put fence gates, trap doors, powered rail. Prefer powered rail because it's silent and it's also instantaneous. But anyway, this torch will be powering, whoops, sheesh. Block on top, powering this repeater on 4 ticks. And then finally we need to fix the piston not being powered, bud switch thing. So powering this redstone here, powering repeater here. And this is all of it. Like that. So let's go look at it. Oh no. Okay, I always forget this. It's okay. It's okay. This redstone needs to power a repeater here. So that will power both instead of just this top one. And now it should work. Like that. There you go. So there's your 3x2 door. And got your wall. And hopefully this tutorial was a little bit better than the last one. I'm sorry about the quality on that. Wasn't too happy with it, and I only recorded it once, which is really rare for me. So that's it. Floor will be here. All the pistons are hidden and stowed away. And actually, I need to cover the door in the rear, which will be the orange circuit. But for the essentials, this is all of it. And it's also really easy to lead power into it from the front. Because it's got this nice redstone input. So you can put a block there. We can take this out for now. And when we spot that gap on the other side, right here, place a repeater here, and then redstone leading all the way out. And then you can just place your input. Handy dandily. Whoops. Right here, if you wanted. Or just lead this redstone to wherever you want it. Make sure that when this redstone is powered, make sure that when this redstone is powered, it reaches all 4 of these repeaters. So that's a quick heads up. There you go. Let's work on the rear door. And what we're going to do is we're going to analyze what we need. We need a 3x2 door, which will cover up those pistons. And actually we need to move this back. So now we need to move all these blocks, and we're going to do that with 3 sticky pistons. 1, 2, 3. And a 1, 2, 3. And that should be it. We can do timings though, if you wanted it to be on a delay before it opens, so you can't see the pistons. Because right now you see it opens a little bit early and it's not even in sync. So if you wanted, you can do this. This repeater powering forward will power redstone here and repeater on 4 ticks of delay. And replicate that on the other side. Redstone here, 4 ticks. That's for the bottom. Now for this top one, this top piston here, I'm going to power it like this with a repeater here. So this looks like a bud switch, I know, but it actually does not feel like a bud switch. So it looks like one, but doesn't really power like one. Just like that together. And then we can lead a signal from here, like that. And now when it opens, it should be in sync. Just like that. And it's all goody goody. You will notice that these bottom ones will power before the top. That is because of this repeater on 4 that has to lead up before it can power this redstone here to power that piston. But I don't know, it's all good. It's still all seamless and closes in time. Like that. And there we go. Whoops. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and learned something new. This is the Redstone Innovation channel, and make sure to show your support for more content in the future. By the way, about the Let's Play, I will be recording something very soon. So look forward to that. So thanks for your support, and we thank you for watching.